The iPhone 15 Pro design leaks have been insane over the past couple of months, with various potential feature leaks going back and forth between either coming for sure or not coming at all. And there was even one leak that was completely wrong from the very beginning, but the truth has now came to light, finally confirming the precise production model design that we're actually going to be getting this September. So let's jump right into the final leaks and changes. Now, going way back a year and a half ago in 2021, we had a major redesign leak coming from Jon Prosser for the iPhone 14 getting an iPhone 4 style redesign, as you're seeing right here, with protruding glass in the front and back with flush camera lenses, making this absolutely beautiful new design. He showed off many different angles, like this one showing the older circular style buttons in a really nice and unique design that was so much different than what Apple has been using since the iPhone 6. However, in March of 2022, Max Weinbach released the official CAD renders for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, and Jon Prosser was wrong. It was basically the same design all over again with a bigger camera bump, but with the dynamic island. So the general consensus was that this brand new redesign was delayed an additional year until the iPhone 15 series, maybe even the Ultra that I tweeted out here. And I worked with RendersbyShailesh to create these absolutely beautiful renders here with rounded glass merging into the flat sides with protruding lenses right on top of this flat glass panel, which looks absolutely beautiful, especially in this brand new bronze color. But then no, Max Weinbach once again poured cold water all over those redesign leaks, basically showing the official case CADs right here, which were created by Ian Zelbo, and you can see the design looks almost the same with one very unique touch. The edges are now rounded into the flat glass front and back. However, there are actually two other major feature changes that we were not expecting that totally changed everything. The first one was this absolutely massive camera bump, basically being as thick as the phone itself, particularly showing off this inner black ring sticking out much further than expected. And then the second one was this unified volume button insert right here, which Zona Tech actually talked about, showing off that it's now going to be one unified button. And this actually connected to something Ming-Chi Kuo said back in October, where the iPhone 15 Pro would have 3 Taptic engines featuring solid state buttons. And then that grew in January, saying that for sure we're getting non-moving buttons on the 15 Pro. And then we even got additional information saying that there's gonna be a custom chip that can adjust for the sensitivity to cater for cases and gloves. So we started getting new renders showing off that unified volume rocker, and Unknowns21 actually showed off the official design with this kind of slit or ridge in the middle, discerning between the plus and minus, and he even showed off the internal part that was supposed to control all of this. But then no, Ming-Chi Kuo came out and said we're no longer getting those solid state buttons, no longer getting that unified volume button due to design issues, making it get delayed until the iPhone 16 Pro. So now it basically is going back to having the regular buttons. But on the plus side, the new programmable action button, which is replacing the mute switch, is sticking around. So we have confirmation that that is going to stay, which is really nice. At least we get something new on this new 15 Pro. And then finally, just last week, we got updated CADs exclusively from 9to5Mac and Ian Zelbo, revealing basically the final confirmed changes that are happening. As you can see, we have both volume buttons back just like they were before. We have the new action button right here on the left, which replaces the old 14 Pro mute switch that you can see right here. And the final change is that that massive camera bump on the 15 Pro is actually gone. It is now the same as a 15 Pro Max, no longer that massive. Now it looks much more reasonable. It's definitely bigger than the one in the 14 Pro and 14 Pro Max, but it is no longer as massive. And that was confirmed by Unknowns21, basically saying that the massive camera bump on the 15 Pro never existed. At any point in development, it was never planned either. It was basically a lie or a trap or some kind of accident. It was basically staying consistent from the very beginning. So now with that said, with all of that settled and confirmed, here are the new CADs, and it's basically very similar to the 14 Pro except for the rounded edges, which are gonna feel better in your hand. And we have the new action button. Those are gonna be the major changes. However, the one that I'm very excited for is the thin bezels. Apparently the 15 Pro Max is gonna break the record for the thinnest bezels on any smartphone, being only 1.5 millimeters thick. And right on cue, Ian Zelbo created these final renders showing the confirmed bezel size on the 15 Pro and Pro Max, and that is absolutely mind-blowing. On top of that, we also got confirmation that the 15 models are using more efficient OLED display driver chips manufactured on a newer 28 nanometer process compared to 40 nanometer, so that is going to be using less power, which will help it not overheat as fast and have less display dimming issues, and it's going to help with battery life as well, which we already had reports of the best battery life that we've seen because of the new A17 3 nanometer chip, so that's going to be a huge difference. And then of course we can't forget one of the biggest changes, which is the titanium finish, which looks absolutely beautiful in this render by Ian Zelbo, and USB-C, which is finally coming and replacing the lightning port on all of the models. But the more interesting thing is that the regular 15s are getting slow USB 2.0 speeds, and the Pro models are getting USB 3.0 according to what Unknowns21 can recall, which is a lot faster than it currently is right now. On top of that, he also said it seems likely that we're getting the periscope camera on the Pro Max. Even though the massive camera bump leak is gone, we're still getting the periscope on the Pro Max model, which is great. And finally, we got some updated leaks from RendersbyShailesh, basically showing you guys the confirmation of the final design right here with the action button, both of the volume buttons, the titanium, the larger camera bumps, no longer as massive as it was before, and this new deep red color, which looks absolutely amazing. And you can see that titanium texture here as well. This looks absolutely incredible. And from the side, you can now see that nice curve, which is gonna make it feel nicer in your hands. Very excited for that. And bam, you can see the very thin bezels right here as well with the 2.5D glass. So that does it. Those are the final confirmed leak details on the design. This is what we should expect come September. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Click subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.